wait? Talk to your doctor about Botox and get in the picture. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Hey, Billy, everything okay over there?
Now my drain's clogged again.
Are you gonna call Scott Hale this time?
No, I reckon I'm gonna do it myself.
Well, get to it.
I think I got it. I don't got it.
Scott Hale, where we clean your line for $29.
Watch the Salt Lake Bees on KMYU.
She wanted to just have a clean divorce.
They were gonna meet.
Yes. A shot in the dark and a stunner in court.
Every once in a while we get a doozy. This is one of them.
Stay tuned for another episode of Dateline on My Network TV.
The Jazz take on the Mavericks tonight at 6 on KJazz.
Now let's meet the captains for the coin toss. The captains for the Lehi Pioneers are number 8, Jet New, number 72, Brock Olson, number 54, Paul Natu, and number 4, Maze Madsen. The captains for the Lone Peak Knights are number 12, Kappa Nehemiah Toby, number 2, Brandon Goff, number 1, Jaden Mayberry, and number 70, Austin Hay. The officials for tonight's game are Dave Steyerman, Pete Harmon, Nick Porter, Scott Decker, and Vic Tarleton. Lehi will receive. Gentlemen, good luck. Lehi will receive the Knights. Of course, kicking off. Tonight stadium, home of the Lone Peak Knights. Tonight is our final game of the regular season, and this is the place where the Lehi Pioneers face off with the Lone Peak Knights. Lone Peak and Lehi Pioneers are both members of the Utah High School Activities Association, and they support the statewide sportsmanship program Raise the Bar. Every attendee can become a winner.
Over the past 7 years, Lehi and Lone Peak have combined to win 5 state championships, representing the elite in Utah high school football. Tonight, they clash with region championship implications on the line, as well as the opportunity for momentum headed to the postseason. The Pioneers' 1-2 punch of quarterback Jet New and dynamic running back Devon Eka provide a worthy challenge to a Lone Peak defense that has amassed 24 sacks on the season. With the postseason right around the corner, these two heavyweights look to send a message on Thursday Night Lights. Where was I off? Is that too... Oh. Wearing number 46, Asher Wardle, with parents Trenton and Adrian. Good evening. Welcome into Lone Peak High School for tonight's high school football game. Lone Peak taking on Lehi. Sorry, we just pounced right on the air there. Got a couple of minor little technical difficulties that we can work through, but it's good to have you along with us tonight.
The head coach for the Pioneers.
And Dave Fox along with Lemma Harrington.
Big night tonight, yep. Foxy. Senior night here for Lone Peak.
They just had their senior night, introduced a bevy of seniors, so you would assume it's going to be a busy off season for head coach Bart Brockbank. Coach Brockbank in his 7th season here at Lone Peak, 63-34 over that period of time. 6-2 this season. They're coming off just a heartbreaking loss to Skyridge. They lost 21-16 and actually had thrown what they thought was about to be the game-winning touchdown, and it fell incomplete. As for Lehi, the Pioneers ripped through their first 5 games undefeated. They also lost to Skyridge. So how about Skyridge? They've lost beaten Lone Peak and Lehi in back-to-back games over the past couple of weeks. Let's go down to Frank Dolce. He's standing by with Lone Peak head coach Bart Brockbank. Frank?
All right, thank you, Dave. Thank you, Lemma. Great to be here. What a terrific atmosphere for a football game. Look, you guys are coming off your 2nd loss on the season last week. How important is this game? Is it a must-win situation for you tonight?
Well, I mean, I think all games are must win. It's hard to put more emphasis on one game other than the fact this is the only game in front of us. But yeah, I mean, we look at every game as a must win. I try to let the players know that every game matters, but not one game makes a season.
Absolutely. Well, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Frank. Coach's Corner brought to you by Wendy's, the $1 small frosty deal. Try our fan favorite smooth, thick, mouth-watering dessert for just $1.
Frank was mentioning the atmosphere, and it is electric here. Any game in Region 3, Fox is kind of like a rivalry, right?
Oh, totally.
Man, we have a couple of really good games this week. I couldn't be more excited about it.
We'll be down, or I should say up to Morgan tomorrow. Ogden taking on Morgan.
Let's take a look at our keys to the game.
We don't get to do this very often. We're going to take the national anthem live here tonight.
Oh, okay, let's do that, and then we'll come back and do our keys. That. All right, Alem, let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by America First Credit Union. America First is proud to support high school athletics and your local community. Become a member today.
Well, if you're Lehi, it's about focusing but playing loose, meaning that you've got to be laser focused on this game, but you're not going to do yourself any favors if you're going to play tight here tonight. You've got to be able to play loose. And for Lone Peak, be aggressive. That is their calling card anyway. We just saw a shot of Bart Brockbeck and Ryan Denny, the defensive coordinator. He's all about being aggressive. He will come after you. That has got to be their calling card here tonight.
Lone Peak's going to get the football first. Jet New comes in 1,428 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
I hate to correct you live on the air, but it'll be Lehi with the ball first. They're back to receive.
Well, that's what I said. Jet New will have the ball first.
That's what he meant.
Yeah.
14-28, yeah.
You're using my line when I misspeak like that. I said, that's what I said. Yeah. What do you think I said? Did you mishear me?
I had the player right. I just accidentally said
that is true. You did have the player right. Yeah. We'll see New first.
At any rate. And we are underway. You know what's thing that is amazing about this stadium, and it's a newly built stadium, by the way. We're up here on these West Grandstands. They have grills going in each corner.
I love it.
There's a grill fired up in the far
which used to be the home side.
Yeah, you see us up here, and then there's a grill off to the right of our camera shot there, and the Lemma's just right down there in that bottom right corner in the Mac Shack.
Oh, I see a little bit of orange in the sunset.
Yeah.
What a gorgeous night.
Fantastic.
It's starting to, the temperature's starting to drop just a little bit.
There's Jet New, the senior quarterback, 52% passer on the season, and with an empty back, he's going to come out throwing, and right off the bat, incomplete off the fingertips is Fama Sealy. And let's take a look at our players to watch.
Well, if you're looking at Lehi, New, of course, is going to be the centerpiece. Devon Eka in the backfield. His numbers are always impressive. Mace Madsen will be the main target for New in the offense.
Second down, 10. New again. He's trying to set up a screen. Dangerous pass in traffic. And this defense is all over it.
Just fantastic read by Lehi. I'll tell you, when you're running that screen, you got to be able to sell it, because defenses are so good at being able to read the screen and figure it out. And that linebacker will drop out as soon as he feels like that they're letting you through. So you've got to be able to sell it in order for it to be executed properly.
3rd and 11. And New firing downfield and well over the head of Legend Glasgow. So right out of the gate, this defense is held, and Lone Peak comes up strong, and they'll get the football back.
For the Pioneers.
I'll tell you the thing about Lone Peak and their defense, as I said in the keys of the game, about being aggressive. You got to be able to understand where they're at, where they're starting, where they're coming from. They're so hard to read. They got so much, that they have in their bag, so to speak.
Back to receive.
Kick is, oh, what a bounce. Oh, my goodness. And all the way, Landon Goff driven all the way back near his 20, but he's got a good return brewing. And knocked out of bounds up at the 40. That could have been disastrous, but much better field position. 63 yards on the punt. And a good return. When we come back, Lone Peak will have the football on American First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights. America First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights is brought to you by the University of Utah, Mr. Mack, R.C. Willie, and Strong Auto.
Come celebrate Sugar House Furniture's 39th anniversary. Right now, all bedroom sets and dining tables are on sale. Sugar House Furniture features high-quality, American-made solid wood furniture. Come see the craftsmanship at Sugar House Furniture on Highland Drive.
For a century, we've been more than just an automotive group. We've been part of your community. And over the decades, the Young Automotive Group has grown alongside you. We've weathered the storms and uncertain times together, always with the same mission, to provide an exceptional customer experience. Today, the Young Automotive Group is bigger and stronger than ever, with more brands and more ways to serve you, and our hearts remain where it started, right here with you. Here's to the next 100 years of thinking young, the Young Automotive Group. Think young, drive young.
Mike seems to be having more fun with his money.
Really? Because you've got your book, and I'm roasting hot dogs and marshmallows. Yeah, they're probably having more fun.
Get your money working with a low-rate RV or power sports loan. Now at
You're not just any do-it-yourselfer. You use inspiration to bring projects to life. And just when a project seems too large, you head to your local Sunbelt Rentals. There, you'll find the latest in tools and equipment to make your next job your easiest project ever. Plus, they even deliver to your job site. Sunbelt Rentals, taking DIY projects to an all-new level.
Come celebrate Sugar House Furniture's 39th anniversary. Right now, all bedroom sets and dining tables are on sale. Sugar House Furniture features high-quality, American-made solid wood furniture. Come see the craftsmanship at Sugar House Furniture on Highland Drive.
We are back, and the Lehi offense stymied, not able to gain any yardage at all, and now we have a look at the Lone Peak offense, led by quarterback Kepa Neometolu. Kepa 1,320 yards passing this season. Lehi showing a little pressure. They back off of it, and once again, this Lehi defense, it's up to the task just like Lone Peak is, as Taki comes up with a tackle. Taking a look at our Robert J. DeBry. Players to watch for Lone Peak.
Neometolu's got 14 TDs on the season. Mayberry, one of the wide receivers that they'll target, and Sean Tahi, just a sophomore coming out of the backfield. He's a good one along with Sam Wright.
4 yard gain in the play, 2nd down, 6. Knights.
You notice Lone Peak has these 2 big wide receivers. That's an area of the field we'll focus on tonight.
2nd down, 6. And Nimetolu firing deep, going downfield, wide open. And Ike Staley with the first score of the game goes 55 yards.
I promise I didn't know the play call.
Great call,
That was
Frank.
amazing.
Staley with a nice route, able to get a little distance between himself and the defender, wide open, put in perfectly by Nimetolu for the touchdown.
Did you see, Alema, how Lehi was overloaded on the left side of the field, the offensive right side of the field? That left an enormous amount of room for Ike Staley. He got to behind the secondary. There was no safety to come around and knock the ball away.
Point after miss, by the way.
Hits the upright. Is it just me, or is that upright just a little
It's
off
crooked.
kilter?
It is totally off kilter.
That thing
Not even
looks
a
like
little.
it belongs in Pisa, Italy.
Oh, I see that. Because it'll be. Oh. We'll be back. Lone Peak on the board. Kepa going deep for Staley.
59 yards in 2 plays and 1 minute 58 seconds.
Had a great time tonight. Ooh.
Play unicorn glitter!
You two are getting good. You're the youest you in your home. So make it your home your way with RC Willie.
The challenges of college are easier to overcome when you're embraced by community. Surrounded by beauty. Inspired by quality. And empowered by opportunity. It's all here at Weber State. Find your brilliance.
Come and try a spicy burger in the
Happy bunch of Lone Peak fans there on our Cafe Rio scoring drive. It was a 55-yard touchdown pass after just 2 plays. And Ike Staley, who's also the backup quarterback, by the way, if they need him. He's thrown 9 passes this year. But he hauled that in beautifully. And as Frank called right before the play, they've got a couple of big, tall receivers, and Ike is the tallest of them, 6'5", 205-pounder.
And number 6, Legend Lasker.
So now Lehi with an opportunity once again to try to get things going. And I didn't feel like there was a lot of urgency or maybe imagination in that first set of downs, so we'll see what they come up with here.
Well, they did. I mean, they're probably trying to feel out this Lone Peak defense a little bit. They did throw a screen. The truth is there was an open man on 3rd down, and Nude just could not connect with him. But now maybe a renewed sense of urgency, down 6-0 early.
Devon Eka has not touched the football yet. We'll see if he gets it here on their first carry, and instead it will be a flag. We'll take a look at our defensive players to watch, brought to you by Robert J. DeBry as they sort this out. False start.
Offense number 59. 5-yard penalty.
Well, we'll go
Still
from
first down.
the linebackers all the way to the safeties. Cade Hansen at one of that linebacker spots with 70 tackles. He leads the team. Junior Tahi in that defensive line in the trenches with 8 sacks on the season. And Mayberry, talked about this on our Facebook Live, 6 interceptions on the year.
Yeah, how about that? You had pointed out there's some teams that don't have 6 interceptions, and he himself has 6. All right, so first down and 15. And different play here as New stands in. Now he's throwing deep, and New's pass caught just beyond midfield. And Fama Asili How about 40 yards on that pickup?
Well, similar to that play that Lone Peak scored on, Masili is able to get behind the defender. They're able to catch up, but not before he gets the ball, high points it and brings it up, brings it in for a big play.
Did he keep possession of the ball? I couldn't tell if it hit the turf on his way down, but he was shielded from both officials.
I'll have to admit that I didn't get a good look at that.
So first down from the 45-yard line, and New has to go back and get that ball and wisely throws it away. Let's take a look at that deep pass again and see what you thought you may have seen there, Frank.
Ball's incomplete. He'll be pressured by Calvin Williams.
Really hard to see there because he had it kind of in his breadbasket, but it looked like the ball, he was still grabbing it. But it's if you control it to the ground and through the ground, it's a reception. I'm going to say that was a catch.
So sustained
on the field.
You make the call.
Yes, on the field, it looked like it may have bobbled onto the turf, but like I said, both officials shielded from the play.
Second down. New. He fires again. Splits that zone. Complete. They continue to move the football. Legend Glasgow, his first game with this team was just 2 weeks ago. And if that name sounds familiar, yes, his brother plays for BYU.
Well, we called his name a couple of weeks ago. Was it last week that we did Lehigh?
2 weeks ago. Lehigh against Skyridge.
And we did Lone Peak 2 weeks ago.
Same weekend. Lone Peak against American Fork.
Yeah, Glasgow's first game, in the lineup for Lehigh, and man, he looked good. They call him a game changer. He is that.
Yeah, he is something else. And they're going to take a timeout. There's a little confusion on the lineup. And so the Pioneers take a timeout. But they're moving the football. Lone Peak with a 6-0 lead, after the missed point after.
For a century, we've been more than just an automotive group. We've been part of your community. And over the decades, the Young Automotive Group has grown alongside you. We've weathered the storms and uncertain times together, always with the same mission, to provide an exceptional customer experience. Today, the Young Automotive Group is bigger and stronger than ever, with more brands and more ways to serve you. And our hearts remain where it started, right here with you. Here's to the next 100 years of thinking young, the Young Automotive Group. Think young, drive young.
Conference is world class, making everybody say, get ready for game day. Calm down, let's get real loud. Make some noise, all you girls and boys. Scream it out right now, get ready for game day. 'Cause your conference came to play. So turn it up, set it off.
You have guys on a football team that would not necessarily be hanging out if they weren't on the football team together. And that's a cool thing.
We are back. There's the Lehi offense after taking a timeout, but moving the ball nicely on this second drive. Quarterback coach is Steve Clements. Interesting that Clements actually has a state championship as a Lehi head coach back in the year 2000. And now he's back as Ed Larson's quarterback coach. And of course, they have 3 titles in the last few years, 2017, 21, and 22. Ed Larson in his last year, he's going to retire after this season. Play fake, ball caught. Little extra room for Brighton New, Jet's brother, and he's got a strong auto first down.
A little surprised we have not seen Eka with a carry just yet.
They were about to go to him when that play was whistled dead, and then they lost 5 yards, but yeah, he hasn't touched the ball yet.
Nice connection between the brothers. Younger brother, by the way, Brighton, is at 6'5", so a little bit bigger than his brother. Jet, 6'3", good size for a QB.
This might be a perfect spot for Eka, although he looks like he's positioning himself for a block, and instead they're going to run that sweep with Madsen.
Ball's out.
It is
Lehigh on top of it. No.
Lone Peak thinks they have it.
They sure do.
To sort out the pile, and they do have it. Oh, all that work. And they turn it over just shy of the red zone.
Well, Cade Hansen, leading tackler on this defense, he comes out of there with the ball. We'll take another look and see if we can catch the number of the player that knocked it loose. But again, we're talking about a Lone Peak defense that is known for takeaways. They got 19 interceptions on the season. They get in the backfield with 24 sacks. Ryan Denny does a great job with this defense. You see right here, got tripped up, and it looked like it might have been Mayberry that knocked it loose.
So right back comes the Lone Peak offense. And Kepa Neometolu at quarterback, back to throw. And that pass batted away as you saw Ozzie Williams sneak in the last second. Get that hand up. Let's take a look at the Robert J. DeBry players to watch for the Lehi defense.
Paul Latu's got 51 tackles, a sack. He had an interception in the game we called earlier this year. Isakia with 5 sacks and a couple of picks. And Yeager, he's got 4 interceptions on the year. Both these defenses very active.
Second down 10. And the carry gets him a couple. You're going to be looking at about a 3rd and 4 as Sean Tahi. 62 carries on the season coming into this game. Sam Wright's got 75, so they'll split that.
That time they pull Austin Pay around from the left side down to the right side. He's the lead blocker on that play for the young Sean Tahi.
Third down 6. Kepa's looking, got plenty of time, and he's going to take off, and he's going to be very close. Big hit. I think he got it, though. Yeah, by a couple of yards. What a hit.
First down for the Knights after that.
Great instincts by Neometolu on this play. He recognizes that this play is broken down. He knows where that marker is, and he's headed for that spot. Able to get the first down.
First and 10, Knights.
Offensive coordinator Gary Trowbridge has been with Bart Brockbank for quite some time. Of course, the defense coordinator Ryan Denny. Good coaching staff here. And how about that hard run? I mean, just lowering the boom and taking defenders with him as Tahi picks up a good nearly 7 yards.
Well, you line up Tahi very deep in that I formation out of the shotgun. Give him an opportunity to read everything in front of him.
And again, this time the defense will have none of it. No gain.
That time ran into Briggs Love, and then Latu joined in along with Taki Taki. There was nowhere to go. Wright and Tahi coming in with similar numbers. Wright had 383 yards, 3 TDs coming in to this game. Tahi's got 394 yards, but he does have 7 touchdowns on the season.
Third and 3. Kepa to throw. His pass off the pads and incomplete. 4th down coming.
Yeah, it's an interesting down. 3rd and 3. It's kind of a runner pass situation. Lone Peak is efficient throwing the ball, although they said prior to this game, Alima, they would maybe lean on the run a little bit more. I thought they might take a shot there, but had to throw into double coverage, incomplete. 4th down.
Glasker back at the 20-yard line. He'll scoop this up. Gets 10 yards quickly and a few more. So the Pioneers, after fumbling the ball away, managed to get it back. And they'll have their next possession at the 35-yard line, trailing 6-0.
You know, as I was talking to the coaches before the game, I jumped over after I talked with Lehi's coaches and Ed Larson. I went over to talk to Bart Brockbank. And these guys, you know, they're friends. They know each other, both sides of the coaching staffs. And Bart Brockbank was over there, and Steve Clements from Lehi was there. And I'm trying to talk to Bart, and I think he could not give me all the information because Clements was right there.
Yeah. Clements, former BYU quarterback, now coaching quarterbacks here, and Eka hit about 5 different times.
Flag down on the play right at the end.
I don't think that was a late hit. I think that might have been contact to the head.
Penalty marker is down. Cooper Stosich with the stop for the Knights.
A referee tonight, Dave Steierman.
Personal foul, targeting, defense, number 2, 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's Landon Goff. Let's take a look.
Yeah, so it's not a late hit, but it's contact to the head. And targeting, you know, typically will come with launching, and you know, there's some things that are involved in making that call and that decision.
Yeah, there should have been a targeting call in that Miami Cal game over the weekend.
Oh, no doubt.
I don't know how they didn't call that one.
Eka picks up 3. How weird is it that Miami and Cal are playing and they're
in the same conference?
Conference foes.
It's not even weird. It's just stupid.
Okay, there's a better word for it. I mean, just bizarre. But whatever.
That's it. Yeah, they travel more than you, Frank.
Yeah,
barely.
Almost.
Barely. Yeah, that was a pivotal call in that football game. Cal should have gotten it done. They couldn't get the offense going, but that targeting penalty was very clear. No call.
2nd down 6. New to throw. News pass caught Mays Madsen at the 30-yard line.
Well, Coach Larson was hoping that his team would be able to throw the football, and like you said, Alema, Jet News best week of practice this year.
Well, the play action here helps to hold the linebackers a little bit and give a little space right there for Madsen to get open.
Madsen, the leading receiver, and it's not even close on this team. 555 yards receiving this season, 8 touchdowns, and a first down. Hold everything. False start.
False start. Offense, number 66. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
You know, Dave, all those Madsen kids are named after a famous baseball player.
Yeah, they are. Like Maddox and Mays. Yeah, Murphy.
By the way,
There's another one.
I met Greg Maddox
Really?
at a celebrity golf tournament.
Wait a second. How do you end up invited to a celebrity golf tournament?
I was the celebrity.
What?
In what universe? All right, new. Back to pass. Splits. Oh, man.
Second takeaway.
Came out of nowhere. And look who it is. It's Goff, who just had that targeting.
That was quite an interception by Goff.
Yeah, athletically jumps up, high points that ball, and hauls it in.
Shout out to the cheerleaders.
Right back where the last drive for Lone Peak had stalled. And back and forth we go on the turnovers. 2 turnovers now for Lehi.
It's a game of inches, because if that ball's got just a little more air under it, it ends up in the hands of Legend Glasgow.
So Lehi, how about this? 3 possessions. They've gone punt, fumble, interception. And now back come the Knights. Kepa will keep it. Up near the 20-yard line. Good yardage on first down.
Oh, man. As we've watched Kepa Niumetolu just kind of progress throughout the season as he takes over as a starting quarterback here at Lone Peak. One of the things that has impressed me is his mastery of that run play, that quarterback draw, little play action, and then he takes it up the middle, similar to what you see from as he got a lineman down.
Yeah, you know what happened on that play is Kepa ran right up the back of his leg. And that is a lineman's nightmare, blocking downfield, the run play behind him, and gets rolled up from behind. He tried to get back to the huddle. That's number 53, and just had to tap himself out.
Yeah, you're talking about, tough plays, dangerous plays. And as a running back, Frank, as a quarterback, and you're running the ball and you're coming up behind your guys and you're trying to get out of the way, but you roll up right there on the back of his legs and you hope that he's going to be okay. It's just something that he can walk off eventually.
Yeah.
But your knee, your ankle are all in vulnerable spots when they roll up on you like that.
All of the valuable pieces.
Yeah.
That's Toby Mealer, senior offensive lineman. Take a look at our upcoming schedule, brought to you by McGee's. 2 more games left for us in the regular season. We're going up to Morgan, 8-0, number 1 team in 3A against a 5-2 Ogden team. And then next week, great rivalry, Woods Cross at Bountiful.
We call it the Fox Bowl.
Yes, sir. That's not really what we call it, but sure. But it is an intense
What do you mean
rivalry.
that's not what we call it?
What do we call it?
You told us off camera, you said, make sure when you refer to the Woods Cross Bountiful game, that's the Fox Bowl.
Never said that.
Fox Bowl.
Second down and short. And Tahi trying to get outside. Oh, how about that penetration, though, from Abe Yeager. And he is a good one.
Defense doing a nice job this, not giving Tahi an opportunity to cut that thing upfield.
So 3rd and 1.
Well, you can throw the ball here, but you'd have to think that Lone Peak could run the ball here for a first down, don't you?
Well, I like the quarterback run, the draw that they ran the last time, but Tahi's been successful when they drop back in that I formation 7 yards deep.
Look how deep he is, yeah. Let's go! And Kepa's going to keep it. And he's got enough room for the first down and plenty more. So good decision on his part.
Well, he did have to break a tackle in the backfield.
Once again, as I was starting to talk a little bit about this, but the progression for Niumatolu as the quarterback at Lone Peak, and you got a whole different offense. You're coming from Alta, now you're over here at Lone Peak, different vocabulary, everything's different. So it takes some time. There's a little bit of a learning curve, and he's starting to master every facet of their offense now.
First down, little reverse coming to Jashawn Mayberry. And considering how dangerous he can be, pretty good defensive read for the Pioneers.
Ezekiel, number 27, did a great job spinning off his block and getting out there. A little contact in the backfield, and then Ezekiel came in and cleaned that thing up.
Second and 8. One more week of the regular season and then the playoffs. Can't wait for that. And a little screen dumped. Oh, what a hit. I mean, Carson Wren just absolutely laid out right, but he didn't go down at first.
Man, pads were popping out there.
And did you hear that? That was like the 4th of July.
Great job by that Lehi defense. Anything that's gone really outside the tackles has been managed by this Lehi defense.
That should bring us to the end of the first quarter. One deep touchdown, 55 yards, and a missed point after. And that's where we're at. A couple turnovers for Lehi, but a good battle between these two Region 3 powerhouses. We're through one on America First Credit Union's Friday Night Rivals.
RC really would like to recognize a standout member of the Lone Peak community. Here tonight.
You know
know you can trust Victor's tires. When it's time for new brakes, trust Victor's. Does your vehicle need new shocks or struts? Come to Victor's for service you can trust. And of course, Victor's can help you finance your repairs. Victor's Tires, the place you can trust.
What can you get starting under $10 at Cafe Rio? Well, for starters, add some. A little. Oh yeah, you'll need some. And don't forget the perfect Cafe Rio bowls starting under $10. That sounds good.
McGee's Stamp and Trophy is Utah's #1 awards and engraving company. McGee's will help you brand your business and recognize the people who make it a success. McGee's has a passion for excellence that will make your accolades more meaningful. From custom-cut acrylics and crystal awards to framing, engraving, and sports memorabilia. If you can dream it, we can achieve it. Let McGee's take care of all of your awards and recognition needs. McGee's Stamp and Trophy in Orem, American Fork, and Salt Lake City.
What can you get starting under $10 at Cafe Rio? Well, for starters, add some. A little. Oh yeah, you'll need some. And don't forget the perfect Cafe Rio bowls starting under $10. That sounds good.
You know you can trust Victor's Tires. Trust Victor's for all your service and repairs. And of course, that includes flat repairs. From oil changes to alignments, repairs, and tune-ups, Victor's has you covered. Victor's Tires, the place you can trust.
Hey, R.C. Willie would like to recognize a standout member of the Lone Peak community. Here to receive the R.C. Willie Extra Mile Award is Brad Miller. Brad has an unwavering dedication as one of our athletic trainees, spending countless hours with the athletes. And to be your best, it starts with getting a good night's rest. R.C. Willie giving Brad a Bedgear Linea high loft pillow to get a good night's rest. Thank you, Brad Miller, for going the extra mile. R.C. Willie, your home, your way.
Hey, we did that promo with Brad Miller, and you notice he ran off early. Because,
yeah, what was that all about?
Well, he's trying to get his lineman back on the field.
Oh, yeah. I just had my Dave Nellis delivery, and guess what? I got 5 Pez today. What? He gave me 5 of them, passed downfield. How about that? All the way beyond midfield. And Owen McNeil.
Nice job.
With a huge reception.
Tolu had to get this thing a little bit short because it was Ozzie Williams, if I'm not mistaken, coming over the top and almost able to get to the ball.
28 yards on the pickup. And this time the defensive line says,
It's tough running both sides of the... Both defenses make it difficult to run.
Boy, they really do.
And that starts right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I know it's early, Frank, but right now, Lehi has 10 yards rushing. Lone Peak has 44.
Second down, 9 for the Knights.
But what is the time of possession?
Yeah. I'm not even going to tell you. Second down. Too early for that. Keppa fakes the handoff. Pass out, and the flat is complete. Mike Staley, who had the big touchdown earlier in the game.
Alema, it looks like Niumatolu has a complete command of the offense. A little different than when we saw him earlier in the year.
Again, there's a little bit of a learning curve coming over from Alta and then being able to earn that starting spot here at Lone Peak and then trying to understand what that offense is. Fortunate to have a guy like Bart Brockbank just kind of put him under his wing and bring him along, and he continues to improve on a weekly basis.
Third down, 6. Keppa is going to throw, and that pass, great pass, threads the needle into the University of Utah red zone. J. Sean Mayberry. How about a 26-yard pickup?
Great job. This is a little bit in traffic. You got to avoid the official in the middle of the field there. But Niume Tolu just puts that one right on target.
All the way down 15-yard line. And Tahi, he gets carried, finds a hole. And Tahi finally brought down at the 10. Take a look at our eye in the sky, brought to you by Sunbelt for all your equipment needs. That's Caden up there. What up, Caden?
Well, Caden does not have that fully extended tonight. Like,
I know, I told him, Caden, come on, let's go.
There might be a rule that you can't be higher than the American flag. So that's just paying respect.
That sounds like a
patriotic thing.
I agree with the rule, but I think it's a made-up rule. Like, you just made that up.
This is the 11th play of the drive. Lone Peak already leading 6-0. Looking to add to that here. Tahi wrapped up in the backfield. He'll lose a couple yards.
Taki got great penetration coming off the edge there, and he was there at the legs of Tahi. By the way, I'm monitoring this Pleasant Grove Skyridge game courtesy of Apollo Streams and the Junior Broadcasting Network. I'm watching on my phone here. In the back shack, 28-0 early in the second quarter. Skyridge on top of PG.
Skyridge looks awfully good right now. How about beating Lehi and Lone Peak in back-to-back weeks?
Yep.
I mean, they really have got it going on right now. Third down. Kepa. End zone. Receiver fell down. And Luke Christensen kind of putting his hands up like, hey.
Yeah, looking for a call there.
Yeah, Murphy Matson on coverage. He looked just fine.
Luke came all the way over here to the back shack to collect the ball. And I sized him up.
What did you get?
Well, he's 6'1", 175. I'd probably put him in a 40, 42 long.
Okay.
Maybe a reg. Let that thing kind of come up a little short on the hips. That's kind of the style these days.
Murphy Matson had his fingertips on that ball. All right, so Brecken Carr with a 27-yard field goal, maybe 28, and that kick is up, and Caden's camera gets a perfect shot of it with the eye in the sky from Sunbelt. 3 more for Lone Peak. They lead at 9-0 on American First Credit Union's Friday Night Rival.
Had a great time tonight. Ooh.
Play unicorn glitter.
You two are getting good. You're the youest you in your home. So make it your home your way with RC Willey.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans. Now, with no payments for 90 days.
Landon Goff, DB, Lone Peak High School. I want to shout out my parents. Thanks for letting me watch SpongeBob when I was little.
Hey, I still watch SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Wait, like all
hang out,
or with the
hanging out at
grandkids?
Bikini Bottom?
Yeah, of course. Player cards brought to you by Weber State University. Build the future you want to see. Squidward. All those guys. Patrick.
I have a special guest on the sideline. I'd like to ask him a question if you are willing.
Who are you asking permission from?
I'm asking permission from you. Here he is, the one, the only BYU great. his uncle was a great at Utah State and holds the name of the field up there. But this is the one and only Hans Olsen. Hans, your son, your son Rock. Look at this. We're going to take a look at this return here as he takes off down the left-hand side. We had a little opening there for a minute. Your son Rock is a specimen. I mean, look, we were watching him walk out onto the field. Did you know that he was going to be this talented? And why did you name him Rock?
Well, when he was 2, he ordered a 10-piece McNugget. He had 2 McDoubles with extra cheese. He ended up going with a big milkshake. He had a sundae to wash it down with and a Coke, and we looked at it
and then he drove you home.
Dude's either a marshmallow or a rock, but we're going to go Rock. And we knew at that point, this is going to be a big man someday.
Wow. He sure is, and he is dominating at the line of scrimmage tonight.
First down, pass complete. Jet finds his target, and Glasker showing you why he is so talented, all the way up near the 40-yard line of Lone Peak.
Game changer. That kid is a game changer. By the way, I can attest to Rock as we watch this replay. Good protection. Give Jet plenty of time to get that ball off. And look at the moves here. Yards after the catch. He's just a talented young man. Great addition to this Lehi offense. But I was at a radio remote. We were at a burrito place, and Rock did not go to school, so Hans made him come with him to work. And he's like, oh, I'm so sick. He was lying down. Before you know it, he had eaten like 3 burritos, including a dessert burrito. He says, you're not sick.
Oh, my goodness.
Wait, was that what made him sick?
That pass complete. And look at this. It's a touchdown for the Pioneers. Glasker, 43 yards.
How about back-to-back grabs from Glasker? One over the middle, taking it to the other side of the field. This time just down the sideline. Jet Yu just puts it right where it needs to be. Great move, avoiding the tackle by Glasker, and then shows what he can do with the Jets. The speed down the sideline and in for the score.
Well, just like that, we got a whole new ball game.
Much needed.
Absolutely.
Touchdown drive by Lehi.
Gavin Fenn's point after is up and through, 9-7. Our score, and just how quickly they can score. Let's take a look at the Mac Shack, your suit specialist, and you know who's in there. Alema Harrington.
I'm here. I got all my stuff. What I'm doing right now, because it's almost halftime, I'm clearing space right now because I got burgers coming and I got all kinds of barbecue coming. I'm ready for halftime. I can't wait. I watch the Frank Dolce show, and I just sit here and I just eat, and I watch Frank on this monitor right here. Everybody likes to hang out in the Mac Shack. You ever notice that, Foxy?
Yeah, you draw a crowd.
We got a whole group of people that just hang out by the Mac Shack. You can see them right there.
There's Dave Nellis from America First.
By the way,
Mike Stringham from Channel 2.
By the way, go get yourself suited up because you got Winter Dance coming up. So you got to get to Mr. Mac. We'll get you suited up. Any one of the 9 locations, come and see us.
Don't you have like Sadie's and that kind of thing? Do they still do that?
Sure.
Okay, so you got plenty.
Sadie Hopkins dance, right? Yeah. That's girl's choice. Yeah.
Well, what a game here, 9-7.
Well,
it's doubtful either one of these. I mean, it would be a lot for them to catch Skyridge to win the region, but it's so important to get your RPI as high as you possibly can before they release the final RPI a week from tomorrow.
By the way, I had an interesting conversation with Coach Larson, and his coaches are talking to him about the RPI, and he's like, I don't know. I don't know what all that means. We just got to go out and win.
Yeah, well, that's the easiest way to solve it.
Yeah.
But it is important because,
oh, no doubt.
You know, you want to have the right kind of seeding going into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
And I think 6A is a little more open than we might have thought at the beginning of the season as Kepa takes off and is very close, maybe about a yard shy of the first down.
When you say a little more open, you mean more open outside of Corner Canyon and Region 3?
Yes, exactly. No. I mean a little more open outside of Corner Canyon.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Corner Canyon has just been hampered by injuries this year.
Right. I mean, they're still certainly one of the favorites, no
question.
doubt. But I think there's 3 or 4 teams But to go back to your point, it's most likely Corner Canyon or a group of Region 3 teams.
Yeah.
And another good carry on first down. And you guys are always preaching how important first down is, and they're showing you right now as Sam Wright picks up good yardage.
Speaking of Corner Canyon, how about Noah Care's return for Utah State?
Yeah, Noah at Utah State.
How about that?
Great return for a touchdown.
And his brother at Weber State.
You guys ever wonder why Eric Kerr is still coaching in high school?
I absolutely wonder that sometimes, that he's not in a college program.
Yeah.
Second and short.
He's a mastermind.
Kepa all kinds of time, and it finally just breaks down. I mean, he could only stay back there for so long. Is that Mama that got him? Looks like it.
Oh, man, another lineman for Lone Peak goes down. He's slow getting up and back to the huddle. You know, they did a nice job at the defensive line of scrimmage, Alema. They just kind of slow played it. They didn't get too far upfield. They just held their line, and it didn't really allow Kepa to scramble or get out of danger or throw the ball downfield. It was good coverage in the secondary, so nice job defensively that time.
Yeah, when guys get home, you know, typically it's because the secondary is doing their job. That would have been a coverage sack because Numetolo had plenty of time to sit back there and find somebody downfield, but there was nobody to throw to.
Jared Smith's going to trot off the field. He was the one that was a little banged up. Might be some kind of an equipment issue there, like a piece of tape hanging from the glove or something. You know, they're very strict about that these days.
Oh man, I've been looking.
Yeah. Well, Frank, you actually confiscated an illegal piece in our game last week.
I sure did.
Up at Brighton, third down. Niematola sets up the screen. Luke Christensen's got it, and Luke's not going to get the line to gain. He'll be about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards shy. Fourth down coming. What do you do on this side of the 50, guys?
Oh, you got to punt this ball away.
What's the distance? 4th and 1, 4th and 2, 4th and a very long one. They're going to keep the offense on the field. I love a quick kick in this situation. I mean, it's been a pretty good defensive game so far.
Yeah, if you're Lehi,
points are at a premium.
If you're Lehi, you get this stop here. You put your offense in a really good situation.
No kidding.
Well, here we go.
To draw him off.
Yeah, I think they're going to end up punting this ball away unless.
Yeah, and now the
there you go.
Play clock expires.
You win the game. Offense number 12.
So they will kick it away. By the way, I got to make a quick correction. We were talking about the Care kids. Yep. Noah's at Weber. Tate is at Utah State.
So Tate that had the return?
Tate is at Utah State, yes. Noah is at Weber State.
Of course, because
I
Tate
apologize.
Rhymes with state, so then you know.
But how about that? You got, I mean, if you're Eric, you got busy Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're trying to run a fake.
And then
they oh my goodness.
Nifty.
He is fortunate.
And there's no one downfield
to get that kick away.
That was brilliantly executed by the punter.
Wow.
Rick and Carr. No, excuse me, that landed Goff that kicked?
Yeah, that's Goff. Now, Carr is the punter, but Goff was back there.
That was right. So that would have been maybe a giveaway, and maybe if Lehi recognized that, that's why it was not successful. He didn't catch him off guard at all. But he did a nice job getting rid of that ball.
Well, by the way, one of the reasons Lone Peak's off the field now, their offense, Carson Wren, 12 tackles, a pass breakup, and a tackle for loss. 12 tackles already?
You mean
4 minutes
today?
playing that today. I know, I looked at that twice, and I had to ask Miley, are you sure? She said, absolutely, I'm sure. Have I ever been wrong? And I said, no, you're right. First down yardage there.
We got to take a look at this replay. There's a hold. There's a clear hold on this play. I don't know where the penalty flag is. Clearly a hold on that play.
Well, nothing called, and instead it's a strong auto first down. And now Lehi on the move again. And Eka cuts back. Huge hole. Devon Eka to the end zone. 46 yards.
You got to wonder, Alema, with that short field position on a botched punt fake, Lehi takes advantage.
Well, that was good blocking up front, but Eka still had to make a move in the backfield to be able to avoid the oncoming rush. Great job by Eka with the adjustment in the backfield, and then he just showed the speed. Eka has put on 15 pounds during the offseason. Sometimes guys will lose at least a step, maybe a step and a half. He has not lost the step. He's a stronger runner now.
How about 2 straight drives that are just 2 plays, resulting in touchdowns?
Yeah, Glasgow, a couple of receptions for a touchdown drive prior to this. And now Eka with a beautiful run off the left side.
Devon Eka, the junior running back, takes it to the house.
It's a busy morning in your house, but for you, it's just another day. You're the one who makes it all happen. But one day, everything changed. Our team at Robert J. DeBry has the experience to get you the compensation you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Conference is world class, making everybody say, get ready for game day. Calm down, let's get real loud. Make some noise, all you girls and boys. Scream it out right now, get ready for game day. 'Cause your conference came to play. So turn it up, set it off.
You have guys on a football team that would not necessarily be hanging out if they weren't on the football team together, and that's a cool thing.
Your whole life, you woke up before the sun and worked hard till one night when you were hit by a drunk driver. Now you're out of work and you're worried about your family. Our team at Robert J. DeBry will get you the settlement you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Hey, football starts with Ute Conference. UC football playoffs kicking off this weekend. They got a few reminders. First, remember to leave your pets at home. Admission is $5 for anyone 11 and up. Kids 10 and under are free. Alema, tell me what's going on with this team.
Mountain Ridge. We've seen the highlights from this kid right here. That's Manitoula. He's a good one. Got a couple of highlights for him in this package off the right side.
Baby. I can hear you. Atta baby.
And then here's my 12-year-old Gabriel Colisiona Harrington in the backfield again. Bring him down, son. I got to see that again. Give me a replay on that. Oh, slow-mo replay. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my word.
But Mountain Ridge did win this game.
Oh, shoot.
So we're
looking
looking
the time of possession of that game. Don't forget, the Ute Conference is looking for nominations for the Cruise of the Week. Be sure to send your info, and I'm going to be announcing who this week's Cruise of the Week are coming up in the second half of this football game. Good return all the way up near the 30-yard line. Ute Conference playoffs starting this week, and we're excited for that. How about this one? Last 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns in 1:29, a total of 4 plays for 135 yards.
Man.
Oh, baby. This game turned around in a flash.
The Lone Peak's offense got to get something going here. And they went from really struggling running the ball, and all of a sudden Eka with that long touchdown run.
Sean Tahi now into the game in the backfield behind Nemo Telu.
It's a running back's dream to be able to post up 7 yards deep.
Yeah, and
be able to read the entire defense as you approach the line of scrimmage.
And Kepa will throw it. Well, that was a high ball, but how about McNeil going up and getting it for a strong auto first down?
Man, there's some popping going on out there.
No kidding.
Mama coming up and laying some wood. McNeil he took a couple of shots here. He goes up and high points this in traffic. He knows that the hits are coming. Mama with a big shot right there.
16 yards on the pickup. Mama, an Idaho State commit. They're going to love him up there. First down. And fake to Tahi, and Kepa keeps it.
Again, this quarterback run, really a nice addition. And Numetolu has just gotten better and better at running. I'd see him clapping his hands. He wishes he could have stayed on his feet. He might have picked up a few more, maybe even taken it all the way.
2nd down 4. This time the push is enough for a strong auto first down. We talk about the gauntlet that is Region 3. Think about this. So Skyridge beats Lehi by 4 points. Then they come back, they beat Lone Peak by 5 points.
Yep.
And now here you got these two going toe-to-toe. I mean, that's how close these, at least the top 3 teams in this region are.
Yeah, single-digit difference between.
Yeah. We could see any of these teams in the finals.
You go to Z.
We'll probably see all of them in the semis.
Yeah. Yeah, you may be right. Again, finding a nice hole. This first down carry's been so good for these guys. Take a look at what's coming up on the Sugar House Furniture halftime report. We'll get an update from our 2 new studios up on Main Street. We'll meet the American First Credit Union scholar athlete. Got stats and highlights. And the Frank Dolce Show.
Oh, can't wait.
Yes, featuring Alima Harrington.
No Quentin Aaron tonight. You had the one big star this season, and you've just been hanging your hat on that all year.
Well, I could hang about 4,000 hats on that. He's a big dude.
Look how deep Tahi is again. I mean, he's 10 yards back.
Yeah.
And the fake to him, pass batted down.
Oh, that was a great blitz right off the short side of the field.
And there's an art, to knowing that you're not going to get home on a rush there. And Isakia, these guys know exactly when to time this, get their hand up in the passing lane and bat that ball down.
Isakia walked up to the line late. Nobody blocked him. He got into the backfield. It was fortunate for Nia Matolu that he got rid of the football, although it was right into the face mask of Isakia.
4 of 7 on 3rd down conversions. Lehi's only had 1 3rd down. Going deep, Keppa wants it all, and he's got it all. Owen McNeil. 39-yard touchdown, back and forth we go.
Neil Metolo has been on target here. Gets good protection, knows where he's going, eyes are downfield, a little bit of look off, and then is able to put it right where it needed to be for Owen McNeil. Great concentration by McNeil, good coverage in the defensive backfield, but McNeil with a great catch.
You got a timeout.
Wondering if Lone Peak is considering going for 2, making a 3-point advantage.
They must be, because they were about halfway out there and didn't seem to have the right personnel. So
what happened to this game? Like, nobody could score.
Yeah, it was 6-0 after 1.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like the floodgates have opened. Everybody's scoring.
And we were talking about how great both these defenses are.
Yeah.
But the offenses are pretty good too.
We jinxed them.
There's no such thing as a jinx.
Oh, yeah?
You wish.
Oh, yeah?
I was talking to an official yesterday. I was watching a JV game. And I told him, I said, Alem and Frank are always getting on me if I mention, there's no flags, hardly any flags. And I said, there's no such thing as a jinx. It doesn't exist.
What did the official say?
He said, yeah, there is.
Yep, exactly.
They know.
He says, it may not be directly to what you said, but that's just kind of how it all works. They are going to go for 2.
They're going to bring in their jumbo package.
Boy, have they ever. So Sam Wright is the deep back. And Keppa will pitch it. Oh, how about this little reverse? And there's the pass wide open. Right back to Keppa.
Well, we told you Ike Staley's the backup quarterback.
Yep.
Staley with a touchdown in the first quarter on a reception. Now a touchdown toss in the second quarter.
What a great design. That's one of those plays where people are going to start stealing that one. That looked good.
That was nice. And what a pass. I mean, that was a beautiful spiral.
Well, the defense didn't even, consider looking at Keppa.
Yeah, I give credit to Bart Brockbank. We talk to him before every game, and we always ask, some of the questions we ask every week. Like, you got anything up your sleeve? You got some trick plays, right? And Brockbank's always got something up his sleeve. He doesn't always tell us what it is, but he's always got something.
There's always something.
Back to receive Mace Matson and Legend Glasgow.
Same could be said for Ed Larson.
Oh, sure. You never know. All right, well, it starts with a good return, and they got it. And Glasgow is so dangerous up near midfield. Now think about how much time it took him to score 2 touchdowns. Was it a minute 46? A minute 29 to score 2 touchdowns. They've got an eternity right now, and a 39-yard return certainly helps.
Plenty of time left on the clock, no doubt. And this is better starting field position than their last drive.
There's a good look at Ed Larson in his final year here at Lehi. What a success he has been, 11 seasons.
You just saw him yell to Jet New, keep an eye on the time. So 53 seconds. Lone Peak showing pressure. They back off it, and Jet's going to take off. And Jet takes a hit just shy of the first down.
Man, I tell you, if you're a coach, you're holding your breath because he was fully exposed on that play.
He sure was.
He just pops right back up, takes the hit, jumps back up, ready to go.
Gavin Fenn's field goal, long field goal this year is 51 yards as New fires downfield behind Madsen.
Almost picked off that time.
That was dangerous.
That was
Goff almost had a chance at that.
He was looking for a different receiver. He came back across the middle of the field late, which is, as we know, we've talked about this, you can't do that. There's too much traffic in there. He got away with one. But if you're going to do that, if you want to come back to a second receiver coming across the middle of the field, you have to get off that first read fast. Like, you have to determine quickly, that's not going anywhere. I need to get to my next read.
Coach Brockbank's out there yelling at the ref. He's saying these guys are holding. These guys are holding my guys.
So clock down to 22 seconds. They're going to take a timeout. They got to get the first, obviously.
Look at Brockbank. He's saying they're hugging my guys out there.
He said, hey, ref, the dance isn't until after the game.
He said, let me explain to you what's going on out here, okay? He's got his arms around him like this, and that's not legal.
He said, I'm no official, but that seems like a holding penalty to me. This is great. This is such good stuff.
Going on.
I wish I could get my microphone in there to listen to the conversation. And the officials saying, look, you know,
everyone holds.
Hey, we're doing the best that we can.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not.
He's not done.
It wasn't really. It's like, yeah, when it's holding. Look, he's got his arms wrapped around my guy, like he's hugging him, like they haven't seen each other.
We don't
in
need
a
the
couple
mic in
years.
there, Frank. You got it down.
Listen, Coach. Let's go get a milkshake after the game. We'll talk about it.
From the 46-yard line, 3rd down 1. Pioneers.
All right, 3rd down. There's only 22.8. And here we go. Again, Lehi showing a little pressure. They can take another timeout.
Somebody's taking a timeout.
I don't know if there was a timeout. I think. Oh no, is this an equipment thing? Oh boy, here we go.
It's Eka.
No, it's not. It's on the.
Yeah, it's on
just taking
yeah,
Eka off
it's
the field.
Junior Tahi. He just ran off.
Well, so did Eka.
Yeah, but they didn't point it at Eka. They did point at Tahi. But there's no penalty, so whatever it was, they just go fix it. It's a fix-it ticket.
So they got a warning?
I guess. Well, they just asked him to go to the sideline. They never explained it. All right, here we go. Jet, quick release. Had to get rid of that fast.
You got to get up there and you got to kill the ball right here.
Yeah, Madsen caught it for the first down, but the clock's just running. And they do clock it. So they're about maybe another 5-6 yards away from Gavin Fenn's long field goal of this season. By the way, that goalpost on the south side is kind of tilted.
I feel like I need Frank to go down there and do some pull-ups on the right side and bring it down.
You know, we have the technology to make things level and square these days. It's not that hard. But what is going on here? Like, that's crazy. That's like Vanderbilt tore the field goal.
How did they get it all the way to Times Square too?
Didn't they get it was it 2 or 3 miles that they took it and threw it in a river?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, that seems like a reasonable celebration.
Yeah.
Hey guys, who came up with that? And then all the knuckleheads who followed him. Hey, let's pull down the goalpost, and then we'll throw it in the river. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, how does that all occur?
I'll tell you, as a sociology major at Brigham Young University, there's a thing called mob mentality.
Oh, yeah.
And people find some anonymity when they're in a big crowd like that, and they do stupid stuff.
Oh, man. Well, let that be a lesson. If you're in the mob, just have a little sense. Like, hey guys, hey, we don't need to throw it in the river. You know?
Let's not even take it out of the stadium, because, I mean, what are we going to do next game?
Hey, guys, let's go put it back up.
Here
That's
we
a
go,
good idea.
New. Trying to buy some time. He's in trouble. Gets out of it and just throws it away. Almost gets it picked off. Actually, he didn't throw that away. He threw it into traffic. So 5.8 seconds. I mean, don't you think maybe you just try a field goal at this point? I don't
What's
know
the distance?
Well, right here, you'd be about 56 from where it would be spotted.
That's a long field goal.
It's a long one, as long as 51.
And the wind is at your back. You have a little helping wind.
If you draw it into that left side, you don't have to get it as far because it's a little bit lower.
Oh, yeah. If you kick it left, I mean, you have some room over there.
Well, they made the decision for us. They're going to run another play.
I wish they still did the drop kicks. Isn't that still legal?
It is still legal. You can still do that.
Just
Nobody does it because it's just not that effective.
It sure is fun, though.
So you got to get end zone here.
What?
I think a timeout.
Another? Wait, officials are running in.
Officials timeout.
It's not a team timeout. It's the official calling timeout.
Is it a clock issue?
I don't know. Maybe it's another wardrobe malfunction. Okay, well, they've sorted it out.
Well, now they got to get everybody back out because that's not a timeout. I'm a little surprised that they're letting the coaches stay on the field right now. This is not a timeout.
It's not a timeout. The one official shuffled Coach Brockbank off the field, but Coach Larson is still on the field.
All right, 5.8. So, like you said, Lemmy, you've either got to throw a 3-second pass to the sideline or you're going to the end zone. Lasker, keep an eye on him. He's on the right side, and that's what they're going to do. He's going to catch the ball, get out of bounds at 30. Now it's a much more manageable kick. This would be probably around 46, 47 yards roughly. And wouldn't it, I mean, good heavens, that would be to tie the game. That would be exactly the way this night has gone. So they're going to spot him. Looks like he's going to put a tee down at about the 38-yard line. So a 48-yard kick. Gavin Fenn's long is 51.
I think looking at that goalpost would be a little disconcerting.
That'd be kind of, you'd feel like you were dizzy.
Yeah.
Like, don't fall
Am I
over.
leaning left? What's going on here?
Ed's going to talk to him about a little longer. Ed Larson is an 11th season. Captured the state championship in 2017. And then went back-to-back 21 and 22 with, remember, the Brousseau boys were on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson Brousseau now is at Utah State. And his brother, of course, at Colorado State.
Well, you think of all the great players, Holker.
Oh, yeah,
part
Holker,
of that
phenomenal.
group, too.
Yeah. Well, that was a fun year. We had a number of Lehigh games that year, 2017, when Ed won his first title with Lehigh. And, I mean, I remember that opening game against Alta went double overtime.
Yep.
might have been triple overtime, and Holker caught the game-winning touchdown.
He was just a beast, man. I tell you, we talk about guys that are Division I ready coming out of high school, and I think of a guy like Jackson Dart, no doubt, and Holker is another one. I thought this guy's ready to take off in Division I.
We're going to ice him. The icing timeout.
I remember there were a couple of games as Holker was running to a south end, and I'd tell him, keep on running down to Provo. He started off, of course, at BYU before going over to Colorado State.
Well, he must have listened.
Well, he had already committed to Brigham Young at that point.
Yeah, Ed got this thing tricked. If you go back, his first year at Lone Peak, or Lehi, 2014, they didn't win a game. They went 0-10. I think his first 2 or 3 years, they didn't win more than 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
And then he just flipped the switch, got the right kids going, and has 3 state titles since 2017.
Well, I think anybody that takes over a program, it takes time to install not just your X's and O's, but your culture is a big part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And think of the culture that they have developed. The Pioneers have a strong culture.
By the way, we were talking about Grayson Brousseau up at Utah State. He and Tate Kerr, actually roommates with the Aggies. Former foes on the football field. All right, here we go. I think they're all out of timeout, so we're kicking now. 48-yard attempt for Gavin Fenn. Do not adjust your set. The goalpost. Oh, no.
Bad snap.
I was going to say the goalposts are a little crooked. Nothing that Mays Manson can really do other than just fall on the ball. So we'll go to the half with a 3-point game. Take a look. Actually, it was a little inside.
Yeah.
Mays is a baseball player, and that works if you're playing baseball, going inside. But nonetheless, what a great game we've got. This has just been back and forth. Some great performances, some great numbers statistically. I'm going to let Alema share all that with you when we come up to our Sugar House Furniture halftime show. But first, let's go down on the football field, and Frank is standing by with Ed Larson. Frank.
Thanks, Dave. Welcome, Coach. Well, it seemed like this game started and points were at a premium. Neither team could score, and you guys had your troubles with turnovers and everything else, but you started to get it going there late in the half on the offensive side. What did you like?
Well, we just had guys making plays for us, from line protection to the quarterback to the receivers. Legend was spectacular that second quarter. We just got to feed him and others to get everybody in the game. Devon did a great job in reading that inside zone, and we just got to have our playmakers make plays.
This Lone Peak offense can be difficult to manage. They're very effective running the ball and certainly throwing the ball. What did you see out of your defense? What do you need to improve on in the second half?
Well, we just got to stay back. I mean, our secondary's got to stay back. I think we got to do a better job of controlling the gaps, and then we'll be fine. Hopefully, the scared, the fear is gone, and let's see what happens in the second half.
Well, it's a great game. Good luck in the second half, Coach.
All right, Coach's Corner brought to you by Wendy's, the $1 small frosty deal. Try our fan favorite smooth, thick, mouth-watering dessert for just $1. We've come to the half, and we've got a good one. The home team, Lone Peak, leading Lehi, their Region 3 rival, 17-14. Sugar House Furniture halftime show coming your way next.
You know you can trust Victor's tires. Trust Victor's to keep your vehicle running smoothly. At Victor's, we'll change your oil, balance your tires, and make sure your front end is aligned. For all your vehicle needs, think Victor's. Victor's Tires, the place you can trust.
What can you get starting under $10 at Cafe Rio? Well, for starters, add some. A little. Oh yeah, you'll need some. And don't forget the perfect Cafe Rio bowls starting under $10. That sounds good.
The challenges of college are easier to overcome when you're embraced by community. Surrounded by beauty. Inspired by quality. And empowered by opportunity. It's all here at Weber State. Find your brilliance.
McGee's Stamp and Trophy is Utah's #1 awards and engraving company. McGee's will help you brand your business and recognize the people who make it a success. McGee's has a passion for excellence that will make your accolades more meaningful. From custom-cut acrylics and crystal awards to framing, engraving, and sports memorabilia. If you can dream it, we can achieve it. Let McGee's take care of all of your awards and recognition needs. McGee's Stamp and Trophy in Orem, American Fork, and Salt Lake City.
You know you can trust Victor's Tires. Trust Victor's to get your car ready for spring and summer road trips. Trust Victor's for those special wheels you've been looking for. And there's no credit check needed at Victor's. Victor's Tires, the place you can trust.
This is a 2 News halftime update.
We'll get you back to your game in just a moment, but first, let's get you caught up on some of the headlines. Utah's Division of Child and Family Services has released a detailed account of its involvement with Gavin Peterson. Gavin is the 12-year-old victim in an alleged child abuse homicide case in West Haven. Multiple members of the boy's family have been charged in his death. The report outlines a history of interaction between DCFS and Peterson's family dating back to 2013. A big call for help today, 2 weeks after a deadly road rage shooting near Jordanelle Reservoir. According to the Wasatch Sheriff's Office, Patrick Hayes was shot after confronting a car at the north side of the reservoir. According to cell phone data, he slowed down significantly on I-80 near Kimball Junction, but his car never stopped moving. This happened just before 11 p.m. on September 25th. Deputies are now looking for a Jeep Gladiator, and a suspect has not been arrested still. Turning our attention to the weather, let's check in with meteorologist Trent Parker with that first alert forecast.
Yeah, it's going to be a warm evening all across the state, and here in Salt Lake City, we actually tied a record for the day, 88 degrees. That's more than, or that's actually exactly 20 degrees above normal for this time of year. That old record set back in 1996. We did it again today in 2024. Air quality has actually been pretty nice today, good to moderate across much of the state, still dealing with some of that smoke, some dust, and even a little bit of that summertime ozone. Even though we're well into the month of October, these hot temperatures just aren't great for that near surface ozone to really develop. Winds calming as we head towards the evening hours, so some single digits wind speeds out of the south and west. Nothing too concerning as we head into the overnight hours, but we will have cloud cover, which is not great news if you want to get out there and enjoy the aurora. The best chance would really to be head west out towards the West Desert. That's where we could see maybe some clear skies later tonight as we head towards tomorrow morning. Speaking of which, temperatures cooling off pretty nicely down towards 60 degrees here in Salt Lake City, 40s across the Wasatch Back and in southwest Wyoming. 50 degrees in Cedar City will bottom out into the low 60s down there in St. George. And tomorrow, mid to upper 80s, yet again, another hot one in store. Partly cloudy skies for most of the state, 82 in Cedar City and 93 down there in Washington County. Our next weather maker is a whiles away. In fact, we've got this ridge of high pressure on top of us through the entire weekend, though it does weaken just a little bit. We're watching for this next storm out of the Gulf of Alaska. That's going to bring in some much cooler weather. It looks like late next week and into next week, and that's when we can see our next best chance for precipitation and much cooler temperatures. Until then, temperatures in the 80s here in Salt Lake City, dropping into the 70s and potentially some 60s with some cooler weather on tap for St. George as well, as those temperatures go from the 90s to the 80s. Let's go ahead and get you back to your high school football game.
Come celebrate Sugar House Furniture's 39th anniversary. Right now, all bedroom sets and dining tables are on sale. Sugar House Furniture features high-quality, American-made solid wood furniture. Come see the craftsmanship at Sugar House Furniture on Highland Drive.
Utah State University alum Michael Scott Peters took on the world's toughest issues. As the United Nations Youth Observer, Michael advocated for underserved populations. He led youth in an effort to end extreme poverty, fight inequality, and protect communities.
I'm an Aggie. I empower youth to take action on worldwide issues.
Mike seems to be having more fun with his money.
Really? Because you've got your book, and I'm roasting hot dogs and marshmallows.
Yeah, they're probably having more fun.
Get your money working with a low-rate RV or power sports loan now at America First.
Had a great time tonight. Ooh.
Play unicorn glitter!
You two are getting good. You're the youest you in your home. So make it your home your way with RC Willie.
You can feel the excitement in the air. Brand new Volkswagen under $8 a day. A big old strong Volkswagen. Strong VW is coming up big. Brand new Volkswagen under $8 a day. Taos and Jetta under $8 a day. Even Tiguan under $10 a day. And Atlas has 2.9% for 60 months. And you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. Strong Volkswagen. StrongVW.com.
Come celebrate Sugar House Furniture's 39th anniversary. Right now, all bedroom sets and dining tables are on sale. Sugar House Furniture features high-quality, American-made solid wood furniture. Come see the craftsmanship at Sugar House Furniture on Highland Drive.
This is the Sugar House Furniture Halftime Report.
Welcome back. Halftime. Here we have quite a game. Lehi trying to make a comeback. A bad snap there with Lone Peak. Lone Peak with a slight lead at halftime. This is quite a football game. Here with my guy, Dave Nellis, America First Credit Union. And this is the America First Credit Union Scholar Athlete. We have a terrific one tonight. Samantha Sellers. Tell you what, this young lady is all about soccer and the community. She's fantastic. Player of the Year. Her team won state and hopefully is going to win state again this year, back to back. How about that? Going to play soccer in college at UVU. That's fantastic. Excuse me. Did we say USU? My bad. Utah State University. And she's terrific in the community. Teaches swim lessons, helps kids with soccer, takes care of people in her community. She's just one of a kind, and she's a great student. So congratulations, Samantha. We are certainly proud to honor you with America First Credit Union. Tell me something. What is it that you love so much about soccer?
Oh my, I just love the competitiveness of it, and I just love being creative on the field and just working hard for my goals, and it's just so fun.
What is your favorite thing to do off the field?
Probably just hang out with my family, doing anything. I just love all other sports too, just being, I don't know, everything.
And it sounds like you're going to get to go and play with your older sister in college. Are you looking forward to that experience?
Yes, I'm so excited for that.
Okay, last question. What is your favorite thing about Lone Peak and being a student here?
I just love the people. Just everyone's so nice. It's just fun to go to school here with everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the theme tonight for the student section?
It's gold out tonight.
Gold out. Okay. Well, you got your all black on. All right. Well, listen, another fine representative here for America First Credit Union and all the values that you guys demonstrate as a credit union in the community.
Yeah, Samantha embodies all those things. She was born to compete, but she was born to win. And winning doesn't come easy for everybody. She puts in the hard work. She puts in the dedication and the time to make sure that she wins, but she's team first. She only goes as far as her team goes. And so I'm just impressed with Samantha's work ethic, with her skill set, with her desire to be a champion. And she is state champion in soccer. And so, Samantha, we're super proud of you. We're excited for you to go play soccer up at USU with your sister. It's where her family is right now, watching her sister play. Amazing. They can't be here, but, you know, they're supportive, and she's supportive of her family. And so it's just awesome to have you as our Scholar Athlete of the Week. So on behalf of America First, congratulations.
It sure is an honor for everybody and America First Credit Union. And we're going to be looking forward to you as an Aggie at Utah State University. Stay with us. We'll be right back. A great one here.
When you're the oldest personal injury firm in Utah, you get to know a few faces. Our team at Robert J. DeBry has the experience needed to get you the compensation you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
A little
to the left, please. Thank you. A little more.
Oh, I'm okay. Get your money working. And for a limited time, get 0% interest for 6 months when you open a new Visa credit card at America First.
The University of Utah is set against the Wasatch Mountains. We ski, ride, and climb those mountains. As one of the leading research universities in the nation, we are working to eradicate cancer, seeking solutions for climate change, helping people walk again, and transforming mental health care. Our mission is to create unsurpassed societal impact. Sound lofty? It comes with the territory.
For a century, we've been more than just an automotive group. We've been part of your community. And over the decades, the Young Automotive Group has grown alongside you. We've weathered the storms and uncertain times together, always with the same mission, to provide an exceptional customer experience. Today, the Young Automotive Group is bigger and stronger than ever, with more brands and more ways to serve you, and our hearts remain where it started, right here with you. Here's to the next 100 years of thinking young, the Young Automotive Group. Think young, drive young.
It's a busy morning in your house, but for you, it's just another day. You're the one who makes it all happen. But one day, everything changed. Our team at Robert J. DeBry has the experience to get you the compensation you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Welcome back on in. Lone Peak leading Lehi by the score of 17-14. Let's take a look at our first half highlights brought to you by America First Credit Union, where members come first. And in the first half, both offenses kind of struggling to get on track. But here comes Lone Peak. Tolu going deep. He finds the backup quarterback. That is Ike Staley. First points on the board. Add a field goal to that. 10-0. Make that 9-0. But a little bit later, New finds Glasker. Glasker finds some room. That time over the middle, this time up the sideline. Glasker showing a little speed, turns on the Jets, and he gets in for the touchdown. This went a little bit back and forth here. And Eka with a great run off the left side. And all of a sudden, Lehi with a little momentum. But Lone Peak would come back. Tolu over the top. And he connects with McNeil for the score. And how about this for the two-point conversion? A little flea flicker back to Staley, now to Tolu for the two-point conversion. 17-14 is your score at the break. Taking a look at the total stats at the half, and really pretty even. Almost identical, both rush yards, pass yards. Third down conversions, more possessions for Lone Peak. There are 5 out of 8 on third down conversions. But the turnovers, Lehi has turned the ball over twice. Penalties right about the same, even though the yardage in favor of the Lehi Pioneers. Halftime adjustments taking place. Third quarter action is coming up. Stick around. Second half is on the way. Right now, it is Lone Peak on top by 3, 17-14. Friday Night Rivals brought to you by America First
This
Credit
halftime
Union.
report was brought to you by Sugar House Furniture.
You're not just any do-it-yourselfer. You use inspiration to bring projects to life. And just when a project seems too large, you head to your local Sunbelt Rentals. There, you'll find the latest in tools and equipment to make your next job your easiest project ever. Plus, they even deliver to your job site. Sunbelt Rentals, taking DIY projects to an all-new level.
The University of Utah is set against the Wasatch Mountains. We ski, ride, and climb those mountains. As one of the leading research universities in the nation, we are working to eradicate cancer, seeking solutions for climate change, helping people walk again, and transforming mental health care. Our mission is to create unsurpassed societal impact. Sound lofty? It comes with the territory.
What can you get starting under $10 at Cafe Rio? Well, for starters, add some, a little, Oh yeah, you'll need some. And don't forget the perfect Cafe Rio bowls starting under $10. That sounds good.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans. Now, with no payments for 90 days.
Welcome back. We got a great game here. 17-14, Lone Peak leading. And it's time now for high school game day.
Welcome to Lone Peak. It's game day! It's game day today. We are honoring our seniors tonight. So excited. Let's go Knights! Lone Peak has the best student section in the state. We always bring that hype. Here at Lone Peak, we are world class because we've got the best teachers, the best admin, and our performing arts are insane. And of course, our athletics are second to none.
We want to give a huge shout out to our girls soccer team, who is #1 in the state and top 10 nationally.
And don't forget, all our other fall sports are running hot to the postseason. Todd Dawson thinks I'm awesome, and he thinks you're awesome too.
I'm Todd Dawson, and I approve this message.
Oh yeah! We're the Lone Peak drill team.
Chevrolet's LPHS!
We love performing at game days. Thank you to the football team and Lone Peak administration for letting us be a part of it. Thank you to all of our sponsors who allow us to do what we do. You guys are awesome. We're really excited for Miss Jill this year, hoping one of these 3 cuties makes it to the finals.
To stay updated, follow us on Instagram at LP_Chevaliers.
Comp season is right around the corner. If you haven't seen a drill competition, you're missing out. Come support us. We're Lone Peak girls basketball, and we just came off a 3-peat. But we're looking for that 4-3. Hey! Hey, don't forget we got tryouts on November 11th to 12th. Make sure to go check out our Instagram for more details.
We owe a lot of our success to our seniors last year, Sarah, Naya, Richie, and Shawnee. You guys left an amazing legacy, and we are going to follow in your footsteps this year.
We want to give a shout out to all our amazing parents for always supporting us, and especially our student council for always being there.
And of course, we couldn't be this successful without our head coach, Nancy Warner.
Yeah!
We love game day. We love hyping up the #1 student section in state. Let's go Knights. Our theme this year is do it for you, do it for them.
It means we strive to be the best in everything for you and for each other.
It's senior night tonight, and we can't wait to honor our amazing seniors. We love you guys. Let's go Knights!
There you go, and we're back. Thank you so much, Maddie Smith.
It's a party.
The principal here, Todd Dawson, passed out about 1,000 t-shirts that say Todd Dawson thinks you're awesome, because he says everyone is awesome when they're at their best here at Lone Peak. So I gave one each to Miley, of course, and Austin, her husband, because they are awesome. I didn't think we necessarily qualified for that. By we, I mean you and Frank.
What do you mean?
And I. So
we're not awesome.
I don't know. Are we? Can we say that?
Well, you could say that I'm awesome, and I could say that
you're awesome.
We
You're
could
awesome.
say that Frank is awesome. You don't say that about yourself,
right? Okay.
Like I'm so awesome, like you do. But
well, then I'll bring you one of these T-shirts. If you'd like one. There you go.
Speaking of names, the Lehi Pioneers offense has the all-name offense. I'll break it down here in a second.
Oh, I can't wait. Utah State University kickoff, the state's #1 student experience on campus. Look at Lone Peak set up that wedge, and it worked. And all the way up near midfield, an absolutely great return by Jaden Mayberry.
Good blocking.
46 yards. Yeah, that was great.
So let me break down this Pioneers offensive best names in the business. Okay, you got Crew Fabrizio, Maze Manson, Legend Glasgow, Jet New,
of course,
Griffin Fa'amausili, and Rock Olsen.
I like all those. Can you say the center, Jack? Can you say his last name?
Oh, Pichavotsky.
first down carry for Sam Wright. Oh boy, another lineman.
Well, this was just late, and a player got hit right into the legs of Moyaki. This is part of the reason you have these braces on, because you're going to take shots in the knees, but you watch here late, and one of his partners hit somebody. Oh. And he just rolled right into the legs of Moyaki. Now just imagine if he had not had a brace on that knee.
That's a couple of linemen tonight that have been banged up.
I think that might be the third lineman that at least has been injured and had to come off the field.
We'll take a break, let them sort this out. America First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights is brought to you by Sugar House Furniture, Ute Conference, Young Auto, and Utah State University.
Your whole life, you woke up before the sun and worked hard till one night you were hit by a drunk driver. Now you're out of work and you're worried about your family. Our team at Robert J. DeBry will get you the settlement you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Air quality in Utah can rank among the worst in the nation. To solve this, researchers at Utah State University collect organic compounds to run through a hydrocarbon analyzer. Their data helps government and industry reduce air pollution and its effects on public health.
I'm an Aggie. I'm working to improve Utah's air quality.
When you're the oldest personal injury firm in Utah, you get to know a few faces. Our team at Robert J. DeBry has the experience needed to get you the compensation you deserve. Not sure you have a case? Dial the number with all the 8s.
Sione Moyaki gingerly walking off the field, but it's at least good to see him walking under his own power. Yeah,
be able to get off the field on his own.
A couple linemen, well, there's one of them just to the right of your screen there. And just a couple guys have gotten banged up.
How concerned do you think Moyaki is about the dance after the game? Because it's senior night, and if he has a sore knee, like...
Wait, why is it there's a dance on senior night?
Yeah, of course.
I've never heard that.
On a Thursday night?
No, there's no dance tonight.
We got school tomorrow.
Frank hasn't been in school for 40 years. He forgot how...
We always used to have a dance on senior night.
Well, yeah, you're in California. You guys dance every night. Low snap. Keppa's got it. Fires downfield. Perfectly placed ball. Man, he had to put that right in a seam between a couple defenders, and Ty Cogswell caught it.
It had to be. There's a flag down. This one's coming back. Yeah. It had to be a perfectly placed ball because he threw it into triple coverage.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a 5-yard penalty for the previous spot.
So look
Replay
good,
first down.
but is it good? Take a look at our players to watch, brought to you by Robert J. DeBry. The first half efforts for these three. Alema?
Nice numbers for Niumetolu, who's got 2 TDs. Jason Mayberry, 1 catch, 26 yards. Sean Tahi, 8 carries, 28 yards. Able to at least establish that ground game so that they can be multifaceted. Truth is, Kepler Niumetolu actually ran the ball extremely well in the first half.
Yeah, he did. Second down. Give it to Sam Wright. Nothing. Maybe a yard. And they creep it up maybe 2 yards. So third and long.
Ezekiel coming up from that linebacker position. Nice job. Wrap it up right in the backfield.
The offensive lineman injured in the first half. 53 has to come back into the game. He's still gimpy. And his foot is all taped up because Moyaki is out of the game now.
That's Toby Mealer.
Yep.
And Moyaki's still out. All right, so third down, line to gain is the 43-yard line. Keppa back to throw, firing downfield and high. He was trying to hit Cogswell again, but not close, and they'll have to punt it away.
Yeah, that time, Lehi able to get a little pressure on Niumetolu. You know, Frank's talking about the injuries to the offensive line. Truth told, that is the toughest place to get depth is in high school at least. And really at just about every level, but at high school especially. You only have so many big guys that can play the offensive line.
Punt is blocked. Oh, that's going to be very nice for Lehi. It's going to land back at the original line of scrimmage.
Wow.
So good defensive, good special teams play for the Pioneers. I didn't get a look at who blocked that. That's got to hurt your hand, but that was a full-on swat of the punt.
You know, I don't know how he feels about hurting his hand, but it feels a little bit like the tide is turning. The momentum of this game has turned a little bit, right? And Lehi,
although it's turned a couple of times for him,
it sure has.
Going back and forth.
It does, and you know that's kind of the fun of this rivalry type of football game. But it feels like it's on the side of Lehi right now.
And that's the kind of game that we like. Keep it going. Devon Eka gets the first carry, and look at Eka bounce off tacklers, and he's got a strong auto first down.
Great job by Eka as he got through the line of scrimmage. Big number 72, Rock Olson, had driven his guy up the field. So there's all kinds of room on the edge.
Man, whoever gets Eka, it looks like it's going to be UNLV. They are in for a heck of a football player.
Well, he's just a junior, so he got some time.
First down for Jets. Look at the little shovel to Eka. They'll only get a couple of yards, but some good improvisation there. Let's take a look at our players to watch, brought to you by Robert J. DeBry from the first half, and the Lehi offensive numbers. Good numbers, especially for Jet, Lemma.
Yeah, Jet's got a TD, and Eka with 52 yards and a touchdown on just 3 carries. Mays Madsen targeted 4 times, got 3 catches, 33 yards in the first half of this one.
Second down, 9. Jets pass, tipped in and out of the hands of his brother, Brighton.
Intended for Brighton.
But on to the next play.
Yeah, that one just a little behind Brighton.
And it had some heat on it.
Big third down and 9 here.
What conversations are said between... Well, Emma, you had a brother.
Yeah.
They played. I mean, if you weren't all over each other if somebody made a mistake.
No, and my brother did play quarterback for a while.
Okay.
Before we moved him to when I say we, the coaches moved him.
No, it was you.
Yeah. Coaches moved him to fullback. It was a great...
But there's got to be a little bit of a rivalry, I would think.
Ball start, offense, number 66. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
There's always a little bit of rivalry, but my brother was, you guys know Tao.
Yeah.
He's like the most gracious man you'll ever meet.
That's what you get.
How is he your twin?
That's what you get with the twin rivalries. You get one guy who is the gracious and the upstanding and the model, the role model, and then you have the other guy. and he's barking at you all the time.
Well, I'm excited because, as you guys know, my daughter just had those twins, so I can't wait to see how those two grow up.
Little Frankie and Alima.
Yeah. Third and long. Oh, low for Glasgow. That was an uneventful series of plays for Lehi. And Jet's standing there like, well,
let's go for
no, let's no.
He's trying to convince the coaches, like, let's go for it.
They're like, no.
Stice defending on that play.
So they will wisely kick it away. And second half kind of starting the way the game started. We had that one first quick touchdown, but then just stalemate back and forth until the second quarter when both teams erupted.
Well, yeah, great observation. It did. That felt like their first drive of the game that ended up in the 3 and out.
Now they'll try to pin him back. Oh, this kick's really short. It's just straight up. Oh, great bounce, though. So Gavin Fenn, that didn't work out so bad after all. Bounces all the way down to the 15-yard line. Could have been much worse taking a hop the other direction. So back and forth to go. No score yet here in the third quarter.
Well, it seemed like the momentum was shifting over to Lehi. I think it's up for grabs now.
Yeah.
For whoever wants to take it.
Yeah, everyone's just taking a swat at the piñata. No one's broken it open yet.
It's kind of a good analogy. That's exactly what's going on. It's like somebody peek through the blindfold. Let's get something going here.
Yeah. Good news, Moyaki back in the lineup.
Yes. Sean Tahi in the backfield along with Kepa. Get to him out of the backfield, and Tahi with some room. Good open field tackle, but he's going to pick up a good 7-8 yards.
Iume Tolu that time did a great job, Frank, looking off. He's looking left this whole time and then comes back. He knows he's got Tahi. He comes back, knows exactly where he is, puts it on his numbers, and Tahi with a nice gain.
Very nice gain on first down. That is so important. You get ahead of the chains on first down, and that's exactly where Lone Peak is right now.
And again, Tahi, that defensive front wants nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
Isaac Sweat was in there.
I think he ran into Briggs Love. Is that 95, 90? It was 90.
Yeah, Briggs Love and Sweat together.
Yeah, Sweat, by the way.
And when you do that, that's 500 pounds.
Yeah, right.
You just ran into 500
Yeah. I think, of all the underclassmen that are on both of these teams, and they're too deep, they got, a little window here.
Oh, absolutely. 3rd and 2. And Kepa's going to keep it. Throws, caught enough for the first down, quickly tackled, but Mayberry's got the first.
I don't know how Iume Tolu got this thing off. I thought that would either be blocked or somebody was going to get to his hand before he released. Somehow he was able to fire that thing away.
Well, you should watch him warm up on the sideline because he has all these weird arm angles. He's throwing the ball all over the place, like sidearm, underhand, overhand throw. So I think it's something that he works on.
Tahi tries to get outside, and Tahi with a good carry on first down. He's going to pick up at least 5.
We give this to number 23, Sean.
Great read that time by Kepa Iume Tolu, because
he spins his way.
They're trying to put Mama on an island, make him commit, and just a good read by the QB.
Second down.
And as Frank just mentioned, another nice gain on first down to get in front of the chains here.
2nd and 4. Tahi again. And this time, nothing doing. Taki, one of the first ones there. And we'll remind you to shop the outlet inside RC Willey for clearance savings on closeouts, display models, and discontinued items at RC Willey. Be careful if you're in the outlet, because the lemma might actually be in there napping.
Well, I think that this is a fantastic idea, because you know how some places they have their store and then they have their outlet store. Well, RC Willey's got their outlet store in their store.
Right.
Come on, people.
Shouldn't that be an inlet store?
3rd and 4. Kepa looking. Now he might be able to run for this, and he does get the first down.
He's had a couple of nice runs for first downs.
Yeah, and I like the way he did that. If you watch the replay, you can see him looking downfield the whole time that he's scrambling. He never really commits until the very end to pick up the first down, but he had his head up and downfield looking to complete a pass.
Now it's a very mature trait for a young quarterback to be able to have that just presence of mind to keep his eyes downfield.
First down. You talk about a drive just chipping away. Here they go again, and he runs for another first down. Tonight's game brought to you by America First, Utah's #1 credit union. Join the winning team today at your neighborhood branch.
I'll tell you, the other games that we have done of Lone Peak so far this year, Neil Metola was really, I wouldn't say he was struggling with that quarterback run, but he was not running it like he is now. As you watch Mama go down, I think he's got an issue with a lower leg cramp. Could be a cramp.
We'll take a break while they tend to Mama.
Had a great time tonight. Ooh.
Play unicorn glitter.
You two are getting good. You're the youest you in your home. So make it your home your way with RC Willie.
Mike seems to be having more fun with his money.
Really? Because you've got your book, and I'm roasting hot dogs and marshmallows. Yeah, they're probably having more fun.
Get your money working with a low-rate RV or power sports loan now at America First.
This memorable moment is brought to you by Young Automotive. In an epic showdown of #1 versus #2, the Lone Peak Knights struck first against the defending champion Bingham Miners with an 80-yard touchdown pass to Connor Humphreys. Hansen would go on to throw for 381 yards and 6 touchdowns to keep the Miners at arm's length, as the Knights would turn a lot of heads on their way to a 45-24 win and eventually their first state championship in 2011. This memorable moment is brought to you by Young Automotive.
Was that the year they went undefeated?
Thank you, Tony.
Was that the year they went undefeated?
No, they didn't go undefeated, but they won the state championship.
Okay.
And then they won it again in 18 and 21.
Where does he come up with all the memorable moments? Like,
he's got a great memory.
Google. He's great at it.
He's very good at it.
Tony Parks, the original AI.
Yeah, that's right.
It's, you know what Chat GPT stands for? Chat GP Tony.
I'll tell you, this quarter feels a lot like the beginning of the game. Both offenses have struggled to really get some rhythm here.
Yeah.
No score here in the second half.
Not yet. They only like to score in the even-numbered quarters.
Yeah, there you go. First down here. And Wright gets the call, and Wright cuts back. And Wright's got another strong first down.
Oh, late flag at the end of that play. That's got to be a late hit coming in there, right?
Could be a face mask.
Could be.
11-yard gain in the play.
Nice job by Wright. The patience as he got to the line of scrimmage, he moved laterally, but stayed square.
I don't know if we
Personal
can get
foul,
a shot.
Face mask. Defense. 15-yard penalty.
Oh.
First down.
If we can get a shot of Ike Staley's shoes, we mentioned this last time we did a Lone Peak game, but those shoes, it looks like there's a flag thrown every time he starts running down the field.
There's the shoes right there.
Yeah, right there. They went right by the ref tried to pick them up. There they are.
Hey, man, that's my shoe.
Hey, get off my shoe.
Look at that.
So look at this. It's a first down all the way down at the University of Utah red zone. Right in the backfield. And Wright's got his same play. Left side picks up another 5.
Nice blocking once again on that left side of the offensive line. That's behind Austin Pay. Big 6'7", 270-pound senior.
He's got 2 brothers at BYU.
By the way, Paul Latu just made that tackle. You know that's Hans Olsen's nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his son Rock on the offensive side is nephew Paul Latu on the defensive side.
Second down. And Kepa keeps it. Gets inside the 10-yard line. It will be first and goal for the Knights.
He got dead legged.
He'll be total a little shaken up there.
I think he got dead legged.
He's grabbing the shoulder.
Looks like he's working on that shoulder. Did he fall on that shoulder when he got tackled? Because it looked like the helmet went into his thigh.
See right here. The shoulder hit might have come a little bit earlier than that.
But he's still in the game.
Shake it off.
Jumbo package in. Fullback.
Give it to Wright. Wright trying to find a hole. Gets a couple. Second and goal.
It's been a nice sustained drive by this Lone Peak offense.
Sam Wright, the ball carrier. He's stopped by number 1, Carson Wren. 3-yard gain.
Approaching 2.5 to play in this third quarter, and still have not had a score. They're trying to end that hex right now.
How many plays in this drive?
12th play of the drive. Ask and ye shall receive.
Lone Peak is very, very patient on the drive.
Yeah, that's a long time for your defense to be on the field.
Be back. Oh, this time.
Oh, Carson Wren coming off the edge.
He's got a bunch of tackles tonight.
Number 23, Sean Tahi.
Wren just had his 15th tackle of the night, guys. He is the leading tackler coming into the game with 74. He's been active tonight.
You're talking about all the young players. You know, Wren is a junior. Mama is a junior. Yeager's a junior. Williams a junior. Taki is just a sophomore, along with Isaac Sweat on the defensive line. Got a lot of young talent. Mama.
Tahi in the backfield, but Kepa's going to throw a corner open. Touchdown. Ike Staley again.
Well, how about this? Between Neil Metolu and Ike Staley, they've got 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. A little post corner action from Staley. Oh, right on the money.
He beat Yeager 2 to that corner. Yeager's got 4 interceptions on the season, but took care of it there. Point after is up and just creeps in. So now 24-14, biggest lead of the night for either team. Lone Peak was up 9-0 at one point.
You know, it was a good thing that PAT, he kicked it to the left side.
Yeah,
and that was fortunate.
No, you're right.
Over there.
I'm not kidding.
No, you're dead right.
Yeah.
If the goalposts were
straight up and down, he might have
he would have
hit the upright.
He was able to sneak it inside.
That's
the
home
leading
cooking.
goalpost.
That's home field advantage, baby.
You know, it was like the parquet floor in Boston Gardens. Like there were dead spots in the floor, but only the Celtics knew about it.
Yeah.
By the way, how about this score coming in? It's from a different sport. Utah Hockey Club in overtime beats the New York Islanders on the road.
Let's go.
Stanley Cup.
They're 2-0.
How about this? We got high school football, jazz basketball,
exhibition,
and NHL. Utah Hockey Club, all in action.
I'm voting for keep the name the Utah Hockey Club.
Welcome to our small market.
Come out to the 20.
Let's take a look at our Eye in the Sky, brought to you by Sunbelt for all your equipment needs. What's up, Caden?
Caden is
How are you doing?
hanging out up top of it, and he's on that. That's my favorite model, by the way. The
What is it?
5970 _42.
I'm sorry, what?
Hashtag @ 3691.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate.
I'll be renting that this weekend to put up Halloween decorations.
Pretty soon. I put up my Halloween decorations. I have a 12-foot mummy.
What?
In front of my house.
Kidding me? I had no idea you were that into holidays.
I'm not. I'm not the one into Halloween.
Okay.
There's someone in our house.
Devon Eka cuts it back, and a great carry on first down.
You saw big number 72 Rock Olson driving this man off the line and all the way 5 yards down the field.
I mean, you look at Rock Olson, and He is literally a man among boys.
Yeah,
well, we talked about guys that it was clear that they are Division I ready coming out of high school. Rock Olson at 6'7", 310 is one of those guys.
Coming out of the womb. I mean, did you hear what he ordered when he was 2 years old?
I'm thinking there might have been a little bit of an old wives' tale in that, but we'll take it.
What you would say that Hans Olsen would embellish?
Yeah. No.
Let me just tell you, his first steps were a drop step, like in pass protection.
You got to follow Hans and Rock on social media. There's some entertaining stuff there.
Oh, big third down here. You got to keep this football the way this game is going.
Hans Olsen, by the way, who played defensive line at BYU, then goes to the Colts and they move him to offensive line. So he's got experience both sides of the ball. He was a legend in Idaho as a high school player.
And they'll take a timeout.
Look at that kid. That is a man.
All these fans having a good time. Thursday night games, a bunch of Thursday night games, because next week there's actually a bunch of Wednesday night games.
Yeah, just about everybody playing on Thursday night with the fall break coming up.
Fall break, yeah.
We have a Friday night game tomorrow up in Morgan, and the next Thursday, big rivalry between. Well, they call it the Fox Bowl.
You know what you didn't mention, Alema?
Look at the party.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were talking about high school football. We have college football going on. We have Utah Jazz. We have Utah hockey. How about this? First time in 60 years, PGA golf tournament at Black Desert in Ivins, Utah.
Short carry on first down. It's going to be enough. Yep, forward progress stopped just beyond the first down line. And Frank, since you mentioned that, thank you. Let me just tell you that each night on KUTV Channel 2 at 10:30, we have our Black Desert special updates for you. David James and Brian Schnee in St. George each night to wrap it up.
How about that?
We'll be home in time tonight to see that.
If you will allow me to brag on my boss a little bit, Ryan and Ashley Smith have done a fantastic job of promoting Utah. They are all in the state of Utah.
Well, looks like they've got a pretty good hockey team.
Yeah. Sounds like his
deep ball right on the sideline. What a catch.
Did he catch it? Did he hang on?
And they're going to give him that. And that is what Glasgow brings to this team.
I'll tell you, Glasgow was coming over from Mountain Ridge High School where he played last year. And there was all kinds of buzz about this kid, right? And so you got to sit out the first 5 games. And there's, sometimes there's so much hype and these guys don't live up to it. Glasgow has lived up to the hype.
26 yards on the pickup screen, quickly to the outside, and more good yardage after the catch.
Went out of bounds right about the 40-yard line.
That'll do it for the third.
It's going to wrap up through 3. We've still got a good one. 24-14. It's a 10-point lead for Lone Peak, but the